How you doing, folks? Papa Joe again. Got my notes. I just made the one. Let me scratch it off here. All these ink pens and I can't find one. I got daylight, so I'm trying to take advantage of it. Making these videos in the dark with them lights, that's hard on my eyes. The next one I'm going to talk to you about is trucker communication. The best tool that you have as a trucker is communication. And believe it or not, a lot of people are really lacking on that skill on both sides of the fence there, as drivers and as dispatchers. The one that gets me, and I've drove for lots of companies, you get these dispatchers that act like that information that they got is gold, and I don't want to let go of my gold. I'm only going to tell you a little bit at a time as need to know. Really? It's a load of freight. If I don't know what's going on, how can I plan my trip? How can I plan my day? How can I plan tomorrow? By the same token, a lot of drivers out here running late, had a breakdown, whatever, and they don't want to call and tell the dispatcher or the broker or whatever because it'll make them look bad. Being late makes you look worse. You could make it so much easier. I should say that differently, because it's trucking. People are used to trucks being late. It's part of the job. It's part of the culture. However, non-communicated being late makes you look worse, especially in this day of cell phones. Now, back in the day, we had to stop and find a payphone. That got to be a pain in the butt. Turn that down a little bit for you. So there's a little bit of an excuse, because back then, if you was running 20 minutes late, you stop and make a phone call, now you're going to be an hour and a half late, because it takes you a while to get off the road, get parked, go in there, wait in line for that payphone, blah, blah, blah. So back then, it was a little bit different. Nowadays, pick up your cell phone, make a call. Not a big deal. If you learn how to communicate properly, communication is your best tool out here. Just today, on this load that I'm going to pick up in the morning, now I'm 35 miles away, because that's as close as I can get and have a place to park. And yes, sometimes I drive on in, but this place, I called them to see if they had a place. No, they don't. They're going to have a locked gate until in the morning. Well, cool. Good information to have. So I ain't stuck out in the middle of nowhere. That's communication. I'm asking her if it is truly an appointment, because sometimes the brokers give you bad information. I wasn't dealing with a broker, I was dealing with my dispatcher, but it's a broker load. So I talked to the young lady and give her my pickup number. Well, that ain't supposed to load till Friday. Today's Wednesday. I'm going in to load on Thursday. That's over 24 hours difference there. That ain't good for a truck driver. That ain't good at all. She allowed that she'd work me in the morning, that I did have a 7 o'clock appointment, and I don't know where the mess up was, and she didn't either, but she's like, come on in. We'll load you back into Dock 1 when you get here. Cool, thank you. She also enlightened me to know that Their other loads are first come, first serve. However, this particular customer, CVS is who it is, they set up appointments for them. So they have to load by appointment. So my communication resolved a lot of stuff today. I went ahead and contacted the dispatcher and let her know, if you use this broker a lot, you might want to put a question mark by him, because he wasn't giving you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So I explained to her what was going on and that I'd already dealt with it and taken care of it. Communication. Setting up for my delivery, and this one will take me by the house again. They're getting me home a lot lately. Bad address for my delivery. Shot her a message and said, give me a good address, please. I got a BS answer. Bad communications. So I'll deal with it. I'm old school and got modern technology. I'll find them. That ain't a problem. But 8 a.m. in Houston, and she'd want me to call somebody at 7 o'clock Monday morning to get directions? No. I want to be there at 7 o'clock. Not getting directions to get in there. So, communications. If you're running late, unfortunately, the bigger companies, they won't give you contact information because they want you to go through them. And I have learned over the years that the truck driver is a scapegoat. Too many times you'll find that when you're dispatched on the load, you're already late. They should have dispatched somebody yesterday. The load should have picked up last night or this morning. Well, if they give you the contact information, then the truth's going to come out where they was, oh, well, that truck driver overslept. Well, the driver broke down. They're not going to take the blame for their mess up. They're going to push it off on truck driver, and that's been happening for years. One of the plus sides to that is a lot of the brokers in this day and age of cell phones, they now say, I want to talk to the driver. Give me the driver's number. Tell the driver to call me. And that's when it started helping a lot out here on the dispatcher's line and using us as scapegoats. But if you are running late, if you'll make a couple phone calls, yo dude, traffic was a nightmare, there was an accident on this highway, blah, 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 and I'm running a half hour late, I'm running an hour late, they can take care of it, especially if you're calling the shipper or receiver. Many a time, if you called, they will let someone else in your slot, and they'll tell you, come on in, we'll work you in. So if you had a 7 o'clock appointment, and you get there at 8 o'clock, they done put somebody else in there. They're not holding that door for you. They're not sitting there, well, the driver ought to be here in a minute. They put somebody else in the door. When you get there, cool, you let us know, hang out. As soon as we work in, we'll work in. Next time another driver misses his appointment, you got it. Communication. So if you will learn to communicate, you'll find it a lot easier out here. That's my spiel on that. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night.